Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. We are back again this early morning. We will start off with the 6 things we learned from the Arsenal 3, Southampton 0 game, player ratings as well. And then later, I will be coming back with the Arsenal transfer update. And obviously, we shall end our Sunday with the Sunday unpopular opinions. So make sure you're tuned onto the channel. And of course, the easy way to get all the content is by subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. When you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you'll never miss a story. And I repeat that, you'll never miss an Arsenal story. You'll never miss an Arsenal update on Cossy's Arsenal podcast. So let's get to it. Because yesterday, guys, was a very, very good game in office. Arsenal thumping Southampton 3-0. It could have been 4-0. It could have been 5-0. We wasted so many chances because we created them. We wasted them. And of course, that is one of the talking points we'll talk about in this video. Maybe we need to take more chances as they come. But of course, 6 things we learned from that game. Number 1, cancel Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's contract. That is the first thing that I saw in that game. Yes, he didn't play. He was not near the team. But cancel his contract. Let him go on a free transfer. We don't need him anywhere close to this team. His attitude drags down the team. His energy drags down the team. Everything he does on the pitch drags the team down. Yesterday, we saw a couple of young players, a couple of very enthusiastic players that were willing to fight, players that were willing to win a game. Martinelli, what a relentless player. Again, Saka, what a performance. Look, for me, the forward line is being let down by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and we are being forced to believe that all our forwards are really bad. Our forwards are not bad. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is the problem. And if you can get rid of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, cancel his contract, let him move on. He is no longer welcome at this football club. Yesterday, of course, he missed the game due to disciplinary action. He had a disciplinary breach. Actually, he missed. How should I put it? He missed some disciplinary guidelines, and of course, he breached some rules as regarding COVID-19, as reported by The Athletic. You can imagine the oldest senior players trying to sabotage the team. Aubameyang, the senior player, the captain, breaking the rules all the time. It's not the first time that he's breaking the rules. It's not the first time that we are hearing Aubameyang being fined for disciplinary action, being left out for disciplinary action, and he's again, time in, time out. He does the same thing. Time in, time out. He goes out there and starts disorganizing the dressing room. For me, Aubameyang, cancel his contract. It is okay. Cancel his contract. 1 year left. Cancel his contract like we did with Mesut Ozil and let him go. If he doesn't believe in the project, if he doesn't believe in the team, let him go. I don't want to blame Mikel Arteta. I do not really want to blame Mikel Arteta for Aubameyang. I think Aubameyang has been given enough time. He has been given everything he needs. The captaincy, the money, the environment, the players, the project is not working. It's absolutely not working. Point number 2, of course, the biggest thing I saw in that game, lads, Martinelli is a generational talent. Don't tell me about Mason Greenwood. Don't tell me about Mason Greenwood. I do not want to listen about that. Look, Martinelli versus Greenwood, I'm going with Gabriel Martinelli. And of course, I'm going to say this, Martinelli is a generational talent. Mikel Arteta, thank you so much for spoiling this lad. Thank you so much for wasting a lot of time to realize. I don't understand, how did Mikel Arteta take so long to realize that Martinelli is such a good player? Why did he take so long to realize that he has a generational talent on the bench, not even coming on for games? I thought in the Brighton game, he should have come on then, because you need a player who's really relentless. Yesterday, Gabriel Martinelli hitting the post, forcing a very, very good save out of Willie Caballero, and obviously providing an assist for Gabriel Magalhaes in the corner. What did he do? What didn't he do in that game? What didn't he? We want players like that. I really want players like that. Players can dribble, players can run, players that can shoot, players can finish. He is a complete talent. a very, very complete talent. And it's going to be very, very tight call now for Mikel Arteta. Is he going to play Martinelli regularly, or is he going to play Emile Smith-Rowe regularly? Because again, both of them are really interesting talents. They give you very, very different things. Martinelli there loves to drift inside, into penalty area. He loves scoring. Emile Smith-Rowe loves going wider of the pitch. He loves going wide, stretching play and creating chances from from wider areas of the pitch. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be Emile Smith-Rowe and Martinelli on the bench, or is it going to be Martinelli on the bench and Emile Smith-Rowe in the team? It will be very, very interesting. But of course, Martinelli yesterday, I said, and I'll say it again, he is a generational talent. I look at him as the likes of Ansu Fati. I look at him on the same level there as the likes of Vinicius Jr. He needs game time. He needs to boost his confidence. He needs to start scoring more. And we have a very important player there in Gabriel Martinelli. Generational talent. I'm not crossing that word, and I'm not taking it back. Martinelli is a generational talent. So good performance yesterday that I voted for him as my man of the match. And obviously, there was a big, big contention from Martin Odegaard because he also did very well. And that leads us to our point number 3. Odegaard has arrived. Look, this should be a question. Has Odegaard arrived? But I'm going to say Odegaard has arrived. Because look, guys, when he came in at Arsenal, we saw these performances and then they disappeared. And then we said, what happened to Odegaard? Is it because he was just coming into the team and things like that, that he's shown and now, and now he's really disappeared? When he came back for on his permanent contract, he didn't actually start very well. He was forced out of the team by Alexander Lacazette, who was playing then as our number 10. But of course, you could see Lacazette as a number 10 was really doing very well, but not the final bit, but not the creativity, not the chances that we were asking for in a number 10. Odegaard is arriving at a time when we need him most. We need a player that can support our strikers to score goals. Odegaard has done that. Everton did get on the score sheet. Obviously, Manchester United got on the score sheet. And in that game against Southampton yesterday, he got on the score sheet as well. So Martin Odegaard is one of those brand of players, by the way, that are really talented. We know that. We know the quality he possesses as a player. And we know what Arsenal can get out of him if he concentrates, if he takes more risks, if he's willing to be a player that thinks outside the box. My problem with Martin Odegaard is that he wants to play casually. He wants to play just like any other player. He wants to play like many other players out there. But the truth is, Martin Odegaard is a very special talent. He's a very, very big talent. And of course, we saw it. We've seen it in the last 3 games. Creating chances. That is not his problem. Playing, coordinating play, in the final third, that is not his problem. Scoring goals is becoming a little bit better now. He's scoring goals. If your number 10 has scored 3 out of the last 3 games, you've got to be happy. 3 goals for Martin Odegaard in the last 3 appearances, and those goals are not just any other goals. The goal against Manchester United, that was a very good placing, and of course, he arrives at the right time when Martinelli crosses in that ball, and he takes absolute composure to score that goal. The goal against Everton, that is, actually, it was the only moment of quality of Arsenal from Arsenal in the first half. The only moment of quality. That one against Southampton, obviously, there is an opportunity. Take it. He takes it. 3 goals in the last 3. Big up Odegaard, my man. He is arriving. He has arrived. And we could see Arsenal having one of the best number 10s probably in the league. Number 4, 6 things we learned. Smash a like on the video. We badly need a striker, guys. Now, I'm not even going to lie, guys. We created many chances on that evening. We should have scored 6 goals. This is what teams with strikers do. Players like Dusan Vlahovic, players like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, that is what they do. When the chances come in, you just hear Arsenal smashed Southampton 9. And you're like, what? One player has 5 goals. That is the player we are lacking. We lack a striker who wants to be on top of the goal scorers, calendar list. We want a striker like that. Aubameyang really has no love, for being the top scorer. Lacazette has no love for being the top scorer. He wasted so many chances in that game. And obviously, guys, the truth is we badly need a striker. We need someone who is hungry. We need someone who wants to get in the in that penalty area and score. We need someone to score the easy chances that we are missing at the moment. We should have had around, if we had a player like Robin van Persie this season, he would have not less than 10 goals already. Not less than 10 goals. I think the problem with Arsenal is we need a talisman. We need a serious talisman. We really wasted a lot of chances in that game. It could have been better. Same as the Manchester United game, it could have been better. Same as the Everton game. Yes, we didn't play well in those games, but it could have been better. Our chances were there for the taking. We didn't take them, and we've only got ourselves to blame. Point number 5, we need a progressive midfielder. We really need a progressive midfielder. Xhaka yesterday was a shambles. I'm not even gonna lie. He's not even fit. He's already half fit. That is the truth. He's half fit, but he was a shambles. Gave away the ball, and for me, Partey and Xhaka, they're so similar lads. I don't know whether I'm wrong. I don't know whether I see it, I see the wrong picture, but they're so similar. They pick up the ball and pass it forward. They do not have that lethal cutting edge. They do not have, that mindset, thinking about the box. None of them is like Mateo Kovacic. None of them is like Kevin De Bruyne. None of them. They're so basic. They're very, very basic. Partey for me is the better midfielder because he governs the midfield better, and I think his dribbling is also a little bit likable than Granit Xhaka. But look, both of them are so similar lads. We need someone who is so goal-minded. We need someone who's selfish on the ball. We need someone who's better than Thomas Partey in that midfield. You need Partey to be in there, but you also need someone like Arthur Melo. You also need someone like Frankie de Jong. You also need someone like Pedri. You also need someone like Gavi. You also need someone like Toni Kroos or Luka Modric in that midfield. Now you know what I'm talking about. If you had Toni Kroos next to Thomas Partey, we would be a flying team. So we need a progressive midfielder. We need a progressive midfielder, and I know Arsenal should work on that in the summer. We've been linked with a couple of them, and maybe in the next transfer episode I'll be letting you what is the latest around our pursuit on Renato Sanchez, Arthur Melo, and Dejan Kulusevski. Make sure you do check that out as well. Right, so let's get to number 6. Point number 6 in the 6 things we learned. Partey's best performance came in that game this season. What a good performance, guys. What a very, very good performance. I couldn't skip this. I really couldn't skip this. I think he had moments in the Everton game, but again, he lost his touch. Yesterday, 90 minutes. Was it 90? Was it 81? All the time he spent on the pitch, he was unplayable. All the time. And that is what you need. You need that consistency. You need your, you need your player to be performing at that level. You need your, your central midfielder to be playing at that level. Because again, Thomas Partey is one of our best midfielders at the team, but also one of the best midfielders in the league. We spoke about that yesterday in the video, in the match reaction, and I said there is no reason as to why Partey should be putting pressure on himself. He's one of the best players in the league. Just do your thing. Look at the likes of Gigino. What exactly does Gigino do? He just does his thing. Gets the ball, passes it around. Do that, and I think Partey is way a better player than Gigino because Partey has that dribbling ability. He has the ability to shoot from distance. He has that he has that extra eye that Gigino at times doesn't have. But yesterday, Thomas Partey's good performance, yes, I really, really loved it. But anyway, if you have more talking points, let me know in the comments below. Let's get to the player ratings now, right about then, lads. Number 1, Aaron Ramsdale. I'm going to give Ramsdale an 8 out of 10. He really did well. Another clean sheet for my young Englishman. And obviously, Pickford should be warned. Pickford should be absolutely warned. We are bringing a new brand of players for England, and number 1 is Aaron Ramsdale. Yesterday, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. He didn't do much. I didn't see the likes of Broja, the likes of Armstrong trying to create anything in that game. They were so blunt, they were so shallow, they were a disgrace to football. But for me, Ramsdale, 8 out of 10. I love his character. I just love his character. Whenever he gets a clean sheet, it's always going to be 8 or 9 out of 10. He's a very good goalkeeper. He's likable. When we scored the first goal, you saw the energy he used to celebrate. So you need those characters in the team, and I think he's really one of them. Really one of them. Tomiyasu yesterday, 8 out of 10. Really, Tomiyasu got engaged in both goals that we scored. The first goal, he was really directly involved, setting up Saka, and then Saka setting up Aubameyang, and obviously the second goal he did set up Kientieni. So I think Tomiyasu yesterday was a little bit better in terms of going forward. 8 out of 10, he deserves it, because again, if you look at how many times was he dribbled past, only one time in that game. He was dribbled past only one time in that game. He's a very solid defender, and adding that attribute of going forward is gonna make him. I don't think he will become a very super modern fullback like Trent Alexander-Arnold, and maybe we don't need that, but we need someone like we need we just need a player who can do the basics right, and I think he does, and he did the basics right. 8 out of 10. Kientieni, of course, he has an assist in that game. I'm going to give him 8.5 out of 10, because for him, he has a direct assist to Martin Odegaard. Look, I hope I'm fair. I hope I'm really fair in this regard. But Kientieni, for me, again, his bowling attributes stand out. His bowling attributes, stand out from that defense. He's so good. Last season, he was our best piece of creativity. This season, he's back at it again. He's doing it again. 8.5. He really deserves it. The centre-back partnership, Gabriel Magalhaes with a goal. 10 out of 10, my man. A clean sheet and a goal. Obviously, I do not know whether the goal was sent to the wife, because on Instagram, he came out and said that this goal is to your baby, or he says something like that. I didn't get it. But look, 10 out of 10, a goal and a clean sheet for a centre back. That is 10 out of 10, right? 10 out of 10 for Gabriel, and then I'll give an 8 out of 10 to the partner, Ben White. Obviously, I've already said it. Centre-back partnerships work with compromise. It's all about understanding your partner. I think Gabriel and Ben White are really understanding themselves. There is that form of communication. Gabriel being the main center back, talking all the time, communicating all the time, shouting all the time, telling them what to do all the time. But again, Ben White being very able to speak and communicate with Gabriel. I think he's really providing very good support to Gabriel. I'm gonna say 8 out of 10. Obviously, we've seen scenarios where Gabriel played with Mustafi, and he was telling Mustafi against Leicester City, he told him mark Vardy, and Vardy scored. So I think the communication lines they have are really working, and it's really working out for us. The other things we'll talk about is the central midfield pivot, Partey and Xhaka. For me, Xhaka 6 out of 10. Nothing really really unusual from him. He really didn't have a very good game. But when like I said, he's really underfit. He's not yet fit there. Fit. His fitness levels are not yet there, and Mikel Arteta knows that. 6 out of 10. Partey, 8 out of 10. I think his game was so good. Very good. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I think Partey's game was very good yesterday. I think he was very good. Let me know in the comment box if you think the same way. Saka yesterday set up Lacazette for the goal, and I think he missed chances. He should have scored, but also he was very brilliant, very bright. Another spark of creativity that we saw, and of course he's always been the spark of creativity. Arsenal, unless Martinelli and Smith will step up, or Martin Odegaard. So Saka there, 9 out of 10. For me, he should have scored. He was unlucky to hit the post, but that you can't do anything about that. It is, it's not lucky. So I'm going with a 9 out of 10 for Saka, the assist. Martin Odegaard, 10 out of 10, guys. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for Martin Odegaard. he was unplayable yesterday. Honestly, he was unplayable. I didn't give him man of the match because I didn't want to, honestly, but he was unplayable in that game. So Martin Odegaard, 10 out of 10. Gabriel Martinelli, 9 out of 10. I think he was also unplayable. He was also unplayable. I think if you ask them which players really had very, very big, caused you big issues, they will say Gabriel Martinelli was a jerk in that game. He was really, really ridiculously unplayable. And then Lacazette, the goal was very, very good. I'll give him a 7.5 out of 10. I expected him to score like 3, but he only scored 1, and he missed so many chances. He really wasted so many chances. 7.5, but 8 could have been good. The goal is class, but for me, he should be scoring those goals. I don't think I'm really excited. Oh, Lacazette has scored this kind of goal. He should be scoring that, those goals. His mates, the likes of Lewandowski, are scoring even goals better than that. But of course, good performance from Lacazette as well. The manager will get a 10 out of 10 today. He won the game. That's it. He won the game. I'll give him a 10 out of 10. Mikel, just go and rest. I mean, you're having West Ham next, and probably that is when you're really gonna be tested. It was a very, very good game in the end, and those are my player ratings and things I learned from that game. Make sure you join me in the comments below. Smash a like on the video. Let's get them to 100 likes, and I'll speak to you in the next one.